One of the hottest K-dramas right now is Cafe Minamdang. While I have only started watching this series, I can't help but always look forward to the episodes released because it keeps a thrilling, funny, and romantic vibe even from the beginning. Premiered on June 27, 2022, the series tells the story of a former profiler who became a shaman and the mysterious events that unfold suspiciously in Minamdang. Currently, the K-drama has 17 episodes on Netflix, with its 18th being released on August 23. But for now, let's discuss the best scenes Cafe Minamdang has to offer in its first 5 episodes. Before we dive into the video, if you want to watch other videos like this of other K-dramas, just click the links in the description below. Let's get right into it. Episode 1. Perhaps the best scene in the whole episode is also the funniest and the most embarrassing one that had to be filmed to introduce the eccentric shaman. While we already got a glimpse of how important the character would be, seeing as he was the first one to be seen in the pilot episode, the shaman dance was definitely the highlight of episode 1. While the highest company officers were conducting interviews to fill a certain job vacancy, the unnamed man in the red suit barged in the room where the interviews were being conducted. The head interviewer, a mean-looking man with slick back hair and an arrogant aura, screamed at him and asked what he was doing in the area. At this time, a foreigner was the prospective replacement for the position. But the interviewers were unable to push through with the process because the shaman was already checking out the interviewee. While observing him, the shaman brought out a bell-looking object and a fan straight from his coat and proceeded to circle the interviewee, stating that he felt a vengeful spirit in the room and muttering incantations that definitely brought the giggles to the viewers. He then proceeded to do the shaman dance and said that the cry of the dead is sad. This went on for a while until the interviewee finally questioned what was happening. But he immediately cut off his question by waving the bell on his face. The shaman stared intently at the face of the foreign interviewee but declared that it was not him. The plot twist came right after, as the shaman said that the person responsible was the mean head interviewer, Kwon. Shaman said that hiring a branch manager wasn't the company's problem and that they first need to sack him and fill the head's position first. Of course, this was met with an agitated answer from the slick-haired guy. But the shaman hit him on the face with a fan and said that she died because of him. It was revealed that the head interviewer promised the late secretary a permanent position, sexually harassed her, and asked her to call him honey. However, when she did not comply, he made her an outcast and fired her, thus leading to her suicide. The shaman then concluded that the spirit of the vengeful secretary is stuck with the head interviewee, that they must fire him right away, and the company must post an apology before the controversy gets out to the press, affecting the hotel's image. Everyone in the room clapped for the shaman, and the foreign interviewee asked him. The best scene in episode 1 ended with the shaman saying that he is the wonder of Yeon-seo, Shaman Nam Han-jun. Episode 2. The most memorable scene in episode 2 is definitely the first time that the female detective and her favorite shaman cross paths in the most unorthodox manner possible. The second episode started with this specific scene. The unnamed female detective is seen running from Nam Han-jun and the rest of his gang, moving at almost a superhuman speed and being able to climb up to a roof before they even caught up with her. Her showing of a great physical skill definitely terrified them, causing all of the group to run away screaming, all except the shaman, who was left behind because he was hit by the others running. The shaman decided to call her loony, then asking if she was really human, telling her to come down from where she was perched. Han-jun promised that he will catch her at all costs, taking a picture with a flash. This irritated the detective, and she was able to use the hung red Converse as a way to get back at the shaman, kicking them from where they were out to dry just to hit the shaman in the face. She then proceeded to run, and Han-jun, in an unpurposefully funny voice, shouted that she should wait until he catches her. As the drama progresses, we come to learn that the female detective's name is Han Jae-hui. Episode 3. Staying true to the whole drama's intense yet funny vibe, the third episode's best scene was when Han Jae-hui was trapped in shaman Nam Han-jun's closet. As she was looking for files in the shaman's closet, she heard noises from outside, indicating that he arrived earlier than expected. Of course, for the detective, this was a piece of bad luck considering that she was not yet done with her secret investigation. Nam Han-jun then proceeded to his closet where he changed from his outside clothes to house clothes, all while Han Jae-hui was speaking from an unnoticeable panel from one of his walk-in cabinets. The funniest part of the scene was when she saw him changing into bright red underwear, eliciting both an embarrassed and indulging expression from the detective. She wouldn't have been discovered if her phone didn't buzz the moment that the shaman was already near going out. Of course, he heard the vibration, thus wondering if there was someone in his closet. Intense music played as we did not know if Han-jun would open the closet door where Jae-hui is. But we were given an immediate answer when he did, and the detective proceeded to block his view with a thick cloth. The shaman was able to check the shape of one of the detective's belongings before she was able to escape by knocking the back of her head against him, causing him to pass out for a while. Jae-hui was able to get out mostly undetected, and the shaman's two companions found him passed out in the closet. Episode 4. Cafe Minamdang's fourth episode was among the funniest ones given that the best scene was definitely when Nam Han-jun took over a Viking ride for revenge. The scene started with him putting a tiger fur headband on a disheveled and irritated man, commenting that he looked very snug in his accessory. As the scene progressed, we could see that the man was actually tied up standing against one of the posts in a Viking ride as the shaman walked away after dressing him in the ridiculous headband. The man asked why they weren't following through with the agreement of letting him go if he let the shaman meet his boss, to which Han-jun retorted that prison is the safest place for the tied-up guy. He then said that he won't have as much fun when he's finally jailed, so he might as well enjoy the ride they tied him up in. The punishment was complete with a host who ridiculed the situation and told some tips to best enjoy the ride. He also said that if he wasn't ready, he should raise his arms and make an X sign, but since he was tied up, he couldn't do that, so thus spurring the group to begin the terrifying ride. The shaman's team definitely enjoyed how the other guys suffered since they were chanting and dancing around while the Viking ride moved. As the other guy begged to be untied and stop the ride, the group left, all while still chanting and dancing ridiculously. The scene ended with the police arriving and the Viking ride still continuing with the man tied in front. Detective Jae-hui went to the control booth and saw the note left by the shaman, which said that the ride shouldn't be stopped and the police should be called. With a look of annoyed exasperation, the female detective stopped the ride, releasing the tied man from his agony. Episode 5. The fifth episode's best scene was when Han Jae-hui and Nam Han-jun finally had a bit of a standoff. This could be seen after the scene where Han-jun coordinated with his team to look for a black van within the area in order to confirm their suspicions of a certain mysterious individual. In a flash drive, he also had records of the CCTV, which he watched in order to determine the pattern of the van. After being told that it was rented using a stolen identity, he directed to try and figure out who rented the vehicle and proceeded to stay silent. The operation was almost successful. That is, until Jae-hui caught him. The female detective demanded the evidence, to which Han-jun was, of course, reluctant to give. She then stated that withdrawing evidence in a case is subject to imprisonment. Han-jun decided to give a fake flash drive in hopes of appeasing her and being on his way. However, the detective saw through his ploy and grabbed him by the clothes, almost causing him to tumble. She said that individuals may be arrested without warrant if they were suspected to tamper with evidence in a crime, proceeding to enumerate the consequences and patting the shaman to figure out where he was hiding the evidence. The flash drive finally fell and the detective let out an exasperated laugh. At this time, one of the shaman's team reported a suspicious individual near him, thus causing Han-jun to finally just give in and give the flash drive to the detective before rushing off to try and catch the reported suspicious man. That's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos. For more K-drama updates, click the notification bell next to the subscribe button. If you'd like to share your thoughts on this video and what scenes you like best in Cafe Minamdang, feel free to leave a comment below. See you in my next video!